In this video, we pay tribute to legendary wrestlers who've left us, celebrating their unforgettable impact on wrestling. We also discuss emotional updates about R-Truth that have moved fans worldwide. Remember their incredible legacies with us, and subscribe to ensure their stories continue to inspire generations. Rick Wilson, known by his ring name The Renegade, tragically his was ruled as the result of an accidental drug overdose. This loss was particularly devastating given the promise he showed during his brief but impactful career in professional wrestling. The Renegade had gained attention in WCW in the mid-1990s, largely due to his striking physical resemblance to the Ultimate Warrior, which brought a unique energy to his persona. However, behind the energetic persona, Wilson faced numerous personal struggles that impacted both his professional and personal life. The pressure of living up to the comparisons to the Ultimate Warrior was a heavy burden, and as a relatively young wrestler, Wilson often battled with the expectations placed on him. The mental and emotional toll of this, combined with the harsh realities of the wrestling business, proved to be challenging. Reports suggest that Wilson was dealing with personal issues and the stress of his wrestling career, including financial and emotional strains. Like many other wrestlers of the time, he may have turned to substance use to cope with these pressures. His sudden highlighted the darker side of the wrestling world, where the physical and psychological demands of the sport can lead to unfortunate outcomes. Though his life and career were tragically cut short, the Renegade's legacy lives on. His contributions to WCW, though brief, left an impression on fans who remember him for his athleticism, charisma, and the energy he brought to the ring. Wilson's untimely serves as a stark reminder of the often unseen challenges wrestlers face. Dick Slater, born Richard Van Slater on May 19, 1951, was a formidable force in American professional wrestling, leaving an indelible mark on the sport from the 1970s to the mid-1990s. Raised in the vibrant wrestling scene of Tampa, Florida, Slater began his journey in the squared circle under the tutelage of Mike Graham at Robinson High School. He later shared the halls of the University of Tampa with Paul Orndorff, both of whom would go on to carve out their own legacies in the wrestling world. Slater's debut in 1972 with Championship Wrestling from Florida, CWF, was nothing short of explosive, quickly earning him the NWA Florida Tag Team Championship and the NWA Florida Television Championship. His raw talent and undeniable charisma led him to Georgia Championship Wrestling, GCW, where he would become a four-time NWA Georgia Heavyweight Champion and capture numerous tag team titles, solidifying his place in the hearts of fans. Slater's wrestling career saw him compete for several major promotions, including Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling and World Championship Wrestling, WCW, where he played a pivotal role in the historic inaugural Starrcade event. Though he had a brief stint in the World Wrestling Federation, adopting the rebellious rebel persona, he eventually returned to WCW to continue his journey. However, Slater's life was marred by controversy when, in June 2004, he was convicted for the stabbing of his former girlfriend, Teresa Halbert. He received a sentence of 1 year of house arrest and 2 years of probation, citing painkiller addiction as a contributing factor to the incident. Dick Slater, after a long battle with health complications. His was linked to heart-related issues and his struggles with substance abuse, leaving behind a complex yet profound legacy in professional wrestling. Despite his personal troubles, Slater's influence on the Southern wrestling scene and his contributions to the industry are still fondly remembered. Salvatore Bellomo, the beloved professional wrestler, while Bellomo had long been retired from in-ring action, his impact on the wrestling world remained profound. The cause of his was attributed to health complications associated with a long-term battle with various health issues. He had struggled with significant medical conditions in his later years, though the specific details surrounding his health decline were not widely disclosed at the time of his passing. In the years leading up to his, Bellomo faced various challenges that impacted his well-being, which is common among many wrestlers of his era, due to the physical toll of professional wrestling. His career was marked by intense matches, demanding travel schedules, and the physical strain of performing in the ring, all of which can lead to long-term health problems. including joint and bone issues, as well as potential heart and vascular conditions. Although Bellomo's was ultimately linked to health complications, it is important to acknowledge that his passing occurred within the context of broader concerns regarding the long-term effects of the wrestling industry on the physical and mental health of its performers. Like many other wrestlers from his era, Bellomo's body endured years of strain from hard-hitting matches and travel, which undoubtedly contributed to his health struggles in his later years. Bellomo's legacy, however, remains positive, not only for his contributions to wrestling, but also for his mentorship of aspiring wrestlers. His memory is cherished by fans and colleagues who continue to honor his work both inside and outside of the ring. Jerry Jarrett, born on September 4, 1942 in Nashville, Tennessee, was a trailblazing figure in professional wrestling, leaving an indelible mark on the industry as a promoter, wrestler, and visionary. His career, which spanned several decades, began in the early 1960s, when Jarrett first stepped into the ring as a wrestler. But it was his role behind the scenes as a promoter that truly cemented his legacy. In 1977, Jarrett co-founded the iconic Memphis wrestling promotion alongside the legendary Jerry the King Lawler. Their partnership became a defining force in Southern wrestling, igniting a cultural firestorm that thrilled fans with gripping storylines, rivalries, and unforgettable moments. Jarrett's keen eye for drama and innovative booking techniques, which focused heavily on intense character development, set new standards for the business, laying the groundwork for future wrestling promotions to follow. Beyond his contributions as a promoter, Jarrett was instrumental in launching the careers of countless wrestling stars, including talents like Steve Austin, The Rock, and Jeff Jarrett, his own son. His promotion served as a fertile breeding ground for emerging talent, and Jarrett's influence extended far beyond Memphis. In the late 1990s, he played a key role in the creation of Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, TNA, further showcasing his forward-thinking vision for the business. Jerry Jarrett, following complications from an undisclosed health condition. His marked the end of an era in the wrestling world, but his legacy endures through the many stars he mentored and the lasting impact he made on the sport. A true pioneer, Jarrett will always be remembered for shaping professional wrestling as we know it today, influencing generations of wrestlers and fans alike. Paul Reubens, the beloved actor best known for his portrayal of Pee Wee Herman, following a private battle with cancer. His, which came as a shock to many, was kept out of the public eye until after his passing, reflecting Reubens' desire to keep his health struggles private. He had been diagnosed with the disease several years prior, but chose to handle his treatment and diagnosis away from the media spotlight, a testament to his preference for privacy and humility in the face of such personal adversity. Reubens had been battling the illness quietly, continuing to work and maintain his active role in the entertainment industry until his health no longer permitted him to do so. His passing was met with an outpouring of grief from fans, friends, and colleagues who remembered not just his groundbreaking comedic performances, but also his generosity and kindness. His marked the end of an era for the quirky and iconic character of Pee Wee Herman, but it also shed light on the ongoing challenge of facing illness with dignity and privacy. Though he is gone, his work, both as a performer and as a person, continues to resonate. Paul Reubens' decision to keep his battle with cancer private is a reflection of the type of person he was, deeply caring, reserved, and committed to leaving his fans with the joy of his contributions to the world of comedy and entertainment, even in his final years. Beautiful Bobby Eaton, born on August 14, 1958 in Huntsville, Alabama, was a revered figure in the world of professional wrestling, celebrated for his unparalleled in-ring abilities and magnetic charisma. Beginning his career in the late 1970s, Eaton quickly made a name for himself with his remarkable agility and technical mastery, establishing himself as one of the most skilled performers of his era. His ability to connect with audiences, whether in high-flying spots or ground-based submission wrestling, earned him widespread recognition in top promotions like the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and World Championship Wrestling, WCW. Eaton's most lasting legacy, however, is tied to his time as part of the iconic tag team, the Midnight Express. Initially partnering with Dennis Condrey and later with Stan Lane, Eaton and his teammates dazzled fans with their high-energy style, sharp psychology, and innovative double-team maneuvers. Eaton's own signature move, the Eaton Rocket, highlighted his aerial finesse, while the Midnight Express's intense rivalries with teams like the Rock and Roll Express and the Fantastics cemented their place as one of the greatest tag teams in professional wrestling history. Their chemistry and storytelling inside the ring remain legendary. Beyond his tag team success, Eaton was widely respected for his adaptability. He could work seamlessly with any opponent, blending different styles and making every match memorable. His contributions to the sport garnered him a loyal fan base and the respect of his peers. Tragically, Bobby Eaton reportedly due to complications from a heart attack. His untimely left a void in the wrestling world, but his legacy as a pioneer of tag team wrestling endures. Eaton's influence remains a touchstone for fans and wrestlers, ensuring that beautiful Bobby will never be forgotten. Ronnie Aaron Killings, better known to wrestling fans as R-Truth, is an enduring figure in the world of professional wrestling and entertainment. Born on January 19, 1972 in Charlotte, North Carolina, Killings has carved out an impressive and unique career that blends athleticism, comedy, and music. Known for his dynamic personality and infectious charisma, R-Truth has become one of WWE's most beloved and entertaining performers. Over the years, he has proven himself to be not only an accomplished wrestler, but also a skilled rapper, a master of comedy, and a source of constant amusement for fans worldwide. At 1.85 meters, roughly 6 feet 1 inch, tall and weighing 99.8 kilograms, 220 pounds, R-Truth has always been an imposing physical presence. However, it is his larger-than-life personality and unpredictable in-ring antics that have truly defined his career. Whether performing on the WWE main roster, NXT, or in earlier incarnations such as WWF Sunday Night Heat, R-Truth has consistently been a fan favorite. His blend of athleticism, comedy, and musical talent has set him apart in a business that often values athletic prowess above all else. A trailblazer in wrestling. Before focusing on his current struggles and career uncertainties, it's essential to take a moment to appreciate R-Truth's pioneering impact on professional wrestling. Killings' journey to WWE was shaped by his time in Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, TNA, where he made history by becoming one of the first African-American wrestlers to win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. This groundbreaking achievement was not only significant for Killings' career, but also helped pave the way for other African-American wrestlers, demonstrating that opportunities in the wrestling industry were not limited to those of a particular race or background. R-Truth's return to WWE in 2008 marked the beginning of his second and perhaps most iconic phase as a performer. While his early run with the company was solid, it wasn't until he fully embraced his comedic side that he found his true niche. R-Truth became known for his hilarious and often absurd segments, particularly those involving his Little Jimmy character, his invisible and imaginary child friend. His comedic timing and willingness to lean into the absurd earned him a place in the hearts of fans, making him a standout performer in WWE's crowded roster. One of R-Truth's most significant contributions to WWE was his involvement in the 24/7 Championship picture. The title itself was intended to be a lighthearted comedic addition to the roster, but R-Truth took it to new heights. Throughout his career, R-Truth won the 24/7 Championship over 50 times, setting a record that may never be broken. His reigns were never boring. Each time he held the title, R-Truth turned it into an entertaining spectacle with hilarious antics and surprising twists. His partnerships with superstars like The Miz and Carmella brought even more attention to his comedy chops, and his unexpected alliances added another layer to his ever-evolving character. Whether it was through the chaos of his 24/7 championship reigns or his playful banter in backstage segments, R-Truth managed to take seemingly mundane storylines and transform them into memorable moments. His ability to reinvent himself in an industry that often discards aging talent speaks volumes about his resilience and adaptability. Even as time passed and his physical prime waned, R-Truth remained relevant by tapping into his comedic instincts and maintaining a deep connection with his fan base. Recent struggles, injuries, and uncertainty. Despite his continued popularity, R-Truth's career has not been without its challenges. Like many athletes in professional wrestling, he has suffered his fair share of injuries. In late 2022, during an NXT match against Grayson Waller, R-Truth tore his quadriceps, an injury that threatened to sideline him for months, if not longer. Quadriceps tears are notorious for their severity, often requiring extensive recovery periods. The road to recovery for someone of R-Truth's age, in his early 50s at the time, would be especially arduous. The injury forced R-Truth to step away from active competition for several months. When he returned to WWE programming in late 2023, fans were eager to see him back in action. However, it became clear that R-Truth was not moving with the same explosive agility that had once defined his in-ring style. His matches were less frequent, and when he did compete, it was evident that he had lost a step, with some fans expressing concern that his injury had left a permanent mark on his performance. Despite these setbacks, WWE continued to feature R-Truth in various comedic skits, backstage segments, and occasional matches. His ability to deliver laughs and entertain in these roles kept him visible, but there were growing murmurs that his days as a full-time in-ring competitor were numbered. Speculation began to surface that WWE was transitioning him away from active competition, potentially focusing on his talents in non-wrestling roles. The company's ability to continue utilizing his comedic timing, even with limited physicality, suggested that R-Truth still had value beyond just his in-ring ability. The rumor mill, release or retirement. As WWE continued to evolve under the umbrella of TKO Group Holdings, the parent company formed by the merger of WWE and UFC, rumors began swirling about potential talent cuts. The restructuring of a major corporation often leads to changes in personnel, and in WWE's case, veteran performers with aging bodies and high contracts have historically been at risk. These factors combined to fuel speculation about R-Truth's future with the company. Several reports indicated that R-Truth's contract was set to expire in mid-2025, and WWE might offer him a Legends contract instead of a standard wrestler's deal. A Legends contract would allow R-Truth to continue appearing at special events, conventions, and fan meet and greets, but without the expectation of wrestling regularly. Some even speculated that WWE could move R-Truth into a backstage role, either as a producer, interviewer, or comedic manager. Although these roles would keep him involved with WWE, they would mark the end of his active wrestling career. The rumors of R-Truth's possible release or transition to a less active role led to a flood of fan reactions. While some fans were resigned to the idea that R-Truth's in-ring career was winding down, many others voiced frustration. On social media platforms like Twitter/X and Reddit, fans argued that R-Truth deserved a proper retirement storyline. His years of entertaining the masses warranted a proper send-off, perhaps even a farewell tour culminating in a match at a major event like WrestleMania or SummerSlam. Yet R-Truth himself seemed to push back against these speculations. In a March 2025 interview on the Out of Character podcast, he shared his determination to continue wrestling as long as the fans still wanted him to. He hinted at big plans that WWE had for him later in 2025, though he remained tight-lipped about the specifics. It was clear that R-Truth still had a passion for the business and was not yet ready to step away from the squared circle. The Judgment Day angle, a potential final feud? A recent storyline involving R-Truth and the heel faction. The Judgment Day added more intrigue to his future. In early 2025, R-Truth was involved in a comedic angle where he mistakenly believed he was a member of the Judgment Day. His confusion led to repeated attacks from members of the faction, including Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio. The storyline, played mostly for laughs, was an interesting turn in R-Truth's WWE journey, with some insiders speculating that it could serve as a way to test whether the audience would be receptive to him in a more serious role. There was even talk that this could be the beginning of a more dramatic storyline that would lead to a final, emotional feud. Perhaps R-Truth could surprise fans with a return to a more serious, gritty character, culminating in a heartfelt send-off. Fans have long believed that R-Truth is capable of more than just comedy, and a return to a serious feud could provide the perfect opportunity for him to go out with dignity. However, as of April 2025, no major push or storyline involving R-Truth has materialized. The absence of a clear, defined direction for him has left many fans frustrated. Could WWE have missed an opportunity to give R-Truth a final, meaningful feud? Or is the company still waiting for the right moment to give him the send-off he deserves? The future Hall of Fame bound? No matter what the future holds for R-Truth, one thing is clear: his impact on professional wrestling cannot be overstated. Fans and insiders alike believe that he has earned a place in the WWE Hall of Fame. With his incredible versatility, groundbreaking achievements, and unmatched longevity, R-Truth has cemented his legacy as one of the most memorable figures in WWE history. Whether he is inducted in 2026 or beyond, there is little doubt that R-Truth will one day receive this prestigious honor. His contributions to wrestling extend far beyond his comedic antics. He was a trailblazer for African-American wrestlers, a master of reinvention, and a fan favorite whose charisma and commitment to entertaining never wavered. In the meantime, fans can only hope that WWE and R-Truth will craft a fitting conclusion to his wrestling career, one that honors not only the laughter and joy he brought to millions of fans, but also the trail he blazed in the industry. As R-Truth himself has said, he will continue to act a fool for as long as the fans want him to, and for many fans, that's exactly what they want to see.